If you don't know English, this video is also available in Hindi. Link is in description. Now in today's video, I'm gonna explain you vendor lock-in problem in cloud computing. Now before starting this video, I would like to tell you that this is our cloud computing series going on. I have already told you what is cloud computing and I have already given you a brief introduction about it. Okay, so I have already uploaded 3 more videos, so you can go and check the playlist link in the description. And I have also told you about, guys, the characteristics of cloud computing. This is the very important question for your exam point of view also, and these are the some important characteristics which are provided by cloud computing, right? So these are the characteristics of cloud computing. Link is in description of all these videos. And we have also covered, guys, advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing. Now in today's video, I'm gonna tell you about one more disadvantage, which is nothing but vendor lock-in problem in cloud computing. Now guys, let's imagine a scenario where your organization has taken some services from a cloud service provider. Let's say the cloud service provider is AWS. They have taken all the services from AWS only. Now if they want to shift the cloud service provider, that is, they are getting the services from AWS, but what if they do not want to take the services from AWS anymore and they want to shift to another cloud service provider, let's say Microsoft Azure. So what will happen is there will be a lot of problems in shifting from one cloud service provider to the other cloud service provider, or we can also say the vendor. Why is it so? We'll also get to know that in this video only. We'll discuss that also. So let's read this definition and let's get started. So it is a situation where customers are dependent only on a single cloud service provider technology implementation and they cannot easily move in the future to a different vendor. Okay, it is not that we cannot move to any other vendor. We can move to another vendor, but there will be a lot of problems, and due to those problems only, this is what we call as this vendor lock-in problem, that we are dependent on a single vendor only. So and we cannot easily move in future to a different vendor without substantial cost. It will cost us very much. Generally in normal case scenarios, it costs us very much, and it may also bring some technical incompatibilities and some legal constraints and so on. Okay, so one more simple definition. Now let us see that also. Organization may face problem while transferring their services from one vendor to another, as different vendors provide different platforms and services. Why is it so, guys? Because there is no particular standard that all the cloud service providers should follow. Okay, that's why. So as different vendors provide different platforms and services, they can cause difficulty in moving from one cloud vendor to another. So this was a basic introduction of what is vendor lock-in problem. Now let us see what are the type of vendor lock-in risks, okay, that we can encounter. So first one is our data transfer risk. Guys, there can be many risks. I have discussed only 3 in this video. Okay, that will be sufficient to understand the concept. So first one is data transfer risk. Now it is not easy to move obviously the data from one cloud service provider to another. Guys, there will be many problems. Like for an example, suppose we have one cloud service provider. Okay, CSP is nothing but cloud service provider. Let's say we have one cloud service provider and we have another cloud service provider number 2. So if we have taken the services of CSP1, what will happen is we have stored the data in some format. Okay, our data is stored in database, suppose in some format, and if we want to shift from this to the next cloud service provider, what will happen is we are not aware that in which format the data will be stored inside this database, right? So that can be a constraint and that can cause us problem. Okay, this is just a single scenario. There can be many other scenarios as well. So I have written that only. A lot of queries may arise. Who is responsible for extracting the data from the database? Okay, so first of all, we'll have to extract all the data from this cloud service provider, and then afterwards we have to shift the data. And while shifting also, we'll encounter a problem. And guys, what is that problem? What will be the format of a new cloud service provider? Okay, so if we are storing the data from this cloud service provider to the another cloud service provider, so we don't know that how the data will be stored in this particular cloud service provider's database. So that will cause us an issue. Okay, so this was the data transfer risk, and there can be some situations also where our data may be affected or it might get haphazard also, right? So that's why that is a problem. Now the second one is, guys, application transfer risk. Now let's directly understand the example. Suppose we have a organization and it has some application or a product, okay, and that product is built on Microsoft Azure. This is a cloud service provider. Okay, I've already discussed in the previous videos. So we have taken the services from Azure, and what we want to do is we want to shift from Azure to some other cloud platform, let's say AWS. So guys, we want to shift from Azure to AWS. So what we will do is, as I have already told you that all the cloud service providers, they may offer different services. So guys, there is no particular standard that all the cloud service providers should provide that particular service only. Okay, so that's not the case. So that's why it can be the scenario that we have taken some services from Azure. Let's say we have taken the Azure's data analytics service and bot services, and it might happen that these services are not available in AWS. The scenario is we have made an application and that application is using Azure's data analytics and bot services, but if we want to shift from Azure to AWS, the problem is that AWS does not offer these services of bot services and data analytics which is provided by Azure cloud. So that can be a problem, right? Or if we want to shift also, then we will have to write some code and we will have to take care of all these things. And because we are not having these services in AWS, so our application may not work completely. Okay, so we'll have to redesign it again. So guys, we'll have to redesign it, right? So we'll have to take care of all those things. So that's why guys, we may have to make a lot of changes to our application because these services may not be provided by the cloud service provider on which we are shifting. Okay, that's what I have written over here, because these services may not be there or can be different in the other cloud service provider. Okay, now guys, we have understood the concept. Now let's see the theory part also. If we build one application on a cloud service provider that leverages many of its offering, the reconfiguration of this application to run natively on another provider can be an extremely expensive and difficult process. Okay, why it will be difficult? I have already given you an example of that. So this was the second one. Now the third risk can be that, or we can say the third problem can be human resource knowledge risk, right? Now suppose for an example, if we are working on Azure only, we are taking that example only. If we were working on Azure, so our engineering team or our developer team, they are working on this platform for a very long time. Like say for example, from 2 years they are working on that. So in 2 years they have gained a lot of knowledge about that. So guys, if they want to make another app or any other application, they know where the components are and how to make that. So guys, they can do that very easily because they know how to deal with all the tools and configurations which are provided by that particular service provider, right? That is Azure. Now when they want to shift from Azure to AWS, they'll have to learn all the concepts of AWS and then only they can start their production. So that will also take some time, right? So that is the scenario. If we are working with one cloud service provider, our team has gained a lot of knowledge about that provider's tools and configuration, right? As I told you. And if we want to move to another cloud service provider, people will have to learn all the tools and implementation processes again and so on. So this will take a lot of time. So this can also be considered as a problem. Friends, there can be other problems as well. I have discussed only 3 in this video. So guys, if you like the video, you can join my Telegram channel for regular video updates. You can follow me on Instagram. I give the video updates over there also. And some of the very important playlists available on my Hindi channel are, if you don't know, I have my Hindi channel also. On that channel, we have almost completed 30k subscribers, right? We are about to complete 30k subscribers. So I have uploaded a lot of series. You can check here. And if you're interested, you can watch that. Okay, so link is in description. Go and check out the channel. You will get the best explanation in Hindi. If you know Hindi, do watch this channel. Do check out this channel at least. And I'm sure you will love the content. I have uploaded a lot of videos like interview preparation videos. Okay. Infosys videos like how to prepare for that, how to get a job at Infosys. So everything I have covered in detail. Java interview series I have also made, and cryptography series. You'll get the best explanation on whole YouTube. So that's it. Thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye.